Hello, everybody. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the XTC on GSP. If you don't know what the XTC is, it is the X-Wing Team Championships. We have Team Sweden versus Team USA happening right now. Cary versus Erik Relmers. And I'm sorry to my Swedish friends if we're totally butchering that pronunciation. Today, I'm joined by my good friend, William Hagwood.
Thanks for having me, Dion. How are you?
You know what? Honestly, I'm extremely stressed out. I got a million things to do, but you know what? Let's watch some X-Wing. I'll feel better after this.
This is not just some X-Wing, Dion. This is some top tier X-Wing for the XTC Team Championship, spread out across 38 countries. We got US versus Sweden for the round one Group D pairing.
So I'm about to open up the Choose Your Champion polls, as people are expecting and already asking for in the chat. And while I'm doing that, Will, go ahead and break down those lists.
All right. We have on the left here, this is Cary, the Iron Man himself, flying for a Team USA with the Rebels. He's got Harrison Dula in the A-Wing with proton rockets. Ahsoka Tano with instinctive aim and proton rockets. Then Jan Ors in the Hawk 290 with Jyn Erso crew, engine upgrade, Moldy Crow, and Wedge Antilles in the A-Wing. So these A-Wings are going to be fast, nimble, share their actions between Hera's and Ahsoka's pilot abilities. They are going to be supported. Oh my. Alarms going off for this Hawk we got here. Jan Ors carrying the so valuable Jyn Erso crew, which combos so well with Hera's ability when she's passing tokens. The engine upgrade is going to allow her to white boost, so she can stay unstressed for when she juices up her friend's primary attacks. And then, of course, Wedgelet, I think was the stick name, Ryan said. Oh, it's Baby Just Smile. That's Baby Wedge, the promising pilot, reducing the opponent's defense dice when he attacks. So that 4-dice Wedge shot is just as powerful as his X-Wing version, for about 20 points cheaper when it's juiced up by Jan. So we will see that firepower. I better get onto the Rebellion side real quick here, because they're moving in for an engagement. That's in the center there. You see the 112th Battalion pilot. That's the LAT gunship with synchronized consoles. He's got that fire conversion, so he can give rerolls to friendlies when the defender is in his turret arc. Synchronized console passing off target locks if he doesn't need them when he shoots. Got 104th Battalion arcs. The tried and true chunky 3 attack dice ships of the Rebellion here. We see him coming in two the left and right of that lap. And then, interestingly enough, some V-Wings. These are the best configuration, which allows it to spend its lock to modify a dice to a hit. And then also carry the thermal detonators. 4 charges. I got a roll for damage or strain. And they have the synchronized consoles.
And we have our first shot here. Wedge does have a range 3 shot on that 212th, unobstructed, and got 1 hit. Going to go ahead and double check range for the Hera ability.
Looks like it's in. If you right-click on the range, you'll actually pull up your friendlies. Yep. Good tip for anybody wondering. So he's actually going to use it on offense here.
There you go. Okay. Getting offensive. He wants to try to burn through that 212th. And forces the focus expenditure, and that is our first damage of the game right there. 1 shield down on the 212th.
Yeah, its support abilities here, that 1 to 2 charges of fire convergence it will have each round, it can really get these 3 dice battalions some good rolls.
Now we have a 2-on-4 attack here. No modifiers on this attack, and the 4 agility not holding out for Wedge. I think Matt spent that focus hoping that he'd be able to just, you know, easily avoid the damage there, but taking a shield early on Wedgelet. We have another shot going into Wedge, this one being through the gas cloud, and that's 2 hits and a crit.
Ooh, little pain here. See, that gas cloud will save
we'll be
him,
fine.
and it does.
Now, go ahead.
I was going to say, so round ends up 1 damage on Wedge versus 1 damage on the Lat. The Lat's got 10 health, so I think that's a good trade for the Republic.
I agree. And one of the things I want to talk about right now is so the week for XTC starts on Sunday, correct? So, is it Monday?
I think it's Monday.
All right.
Most people are doing pairings on Mondays.
Okay. So we are right now, we're a few days into the possibility of where games are right now. We're actually going to have another game today, later today, starting at 9 p.m. We got Marcel Manzano of Team USA taking on his Swedish opponent. And right now, Team USA in the series out of 7 is currently 2-0. Do you know anything about those 2 wins we got earlier?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was one of them. I just played.
That was an attempt at a segue.
You're too wholesome. You're too wholesome. No, I just played against their. I slaughter all these names, but I believe it's Mikkel. But just played against his resistance squad of 4270s, and my Finn was on the run the whole time. But Bosk, putting down 4 and 5 damage on the first couple attacks was just a wrecking ball.
Nice.
And it was able to pull it off in the end. Then we had the other one, which was
Steve. Wasn't it Steve Cotillo playing?
Yes, that's right. He was playing the Zam. That's right. I was able to pull that off in a tight win all the way to time. Just a limping Goran, I heard, just overdo his welcome against these the fire spray, and was able to pull it off in the end. So that means then, with the 2 games tonight, the U.S., if they pull them both off, can confirm their win against Sweden, going 4-0. Sweden would only have 3 games to make up the difference. So we'll see. It'll be exciting. That's a lot of pressure on Marcel. Matt can win the game.
Yeah, we'll find out how this goes. Right now, we did see Erik drop some thermal detonators, and let's remind you, I always do try to be as unbiased as possible, but as a person who has a stake in Team USA, we're going to be probably a little USA, leaning just a little bit.
No, Matt Cary's flying the I don't know what, I think infamous might be the right word right now. Hera Sundula in the A-Wing. And so I'm going to actually have bias against Hera, regardless of who's the pilot behind her. But we'll see.
Nice. So right now, we did see some thermal detonators drop by the V-Wing, and it looks like Erik may have called the move here for Wedge. Wedge stepping on the gas, 4 straight, has to make a decision on whether or not he wants to get any closer to that thermal detonator, especially with having lost a shield already and sitting in a couple arcs. I think Wedge might be feeling bad.
Yeah, that is a range, I would probably say 2 double modified shot from Red if he sits right there. It looks unobstructed to me, but if he boosts, though, he's got to deal with the bomb, and now the rear arc of the battalion as well. So you still trade the amount of arcs, but I think he's got better gas coverage here, and no fire convergence coming in on him.
And here comes Jan boosting, hanging out next to that rock. Not sure if she's going to have enough space to continue straight next turn. We'll get confirmation here from the board. That's pretty close. My heart says yes.
Right? You were just hoping that the game doesn't recognize it as a hit. Yeah, check the texture box of the asteroid. That's how close it's getting.
Now, both of these A-Wings taking a hard turn in. We did see a reach for a target lock on Ahsoka. Remember, Ahsoka is carrying those proton rockets, and here it's a thermal detonator going off on Wedge. Single roll. Jan is out of range. Gonna take a strain here.
No, that's a damage.
Oh, it's a thermal detonator. Sorry, you are correct. Yes. That is a damage. Half points.
Ooh, I was thinking about Wedge might be a little bit too promising. He's might find himself in some trouble. But we got some quality shots on the lap, though.
Long range shots.
From the other two A-Wings.
Not going to be anything on that first one.
Yeah, we'll see if Hera or Ahsoka gets powered up here by Jan. Be a good time for it. You got lock and your force available. Yep, reading the card, Matt. Double checking. Yeah, I think it would be worth it to burn down the lat. They're so chunky. Get a health count on all those ships. They're in the double digits. Well, now they weren't after the first one, but 9 health on each of those medium bases. That's 18. Man, you gotta start doing some damage.
Probably going to spend the force here to get those 3 hits, I'm assuming. No, he's going to go ahead and spend the lock. There you go. Saves the resource here. 3 hits, and the lat able to get a squiggle. Takes 2.
One of the things Matt had mentioned is that he was glad that ship wasn't Warthog, being able to keep these ships alive even after they're dead. Very excited to go out there and initiative kill these these initiative 2 generics. Jan's got a gas cloud shot.
Jan gets to shoot as well. Has a single focus out there, and looks like she's going to go ahead and hold it. Wedge will have a shot from downtown on the V-Wing. Might be the last thing Wedge does in this game. 2 hits.
He's had his hits, though. Good for him. He's trying.
And both of those.
Yep, there goes the shields off the Loyalist. They had K turned, so no defensive token there.
Anybody who might be wondering, the reason that wasn't for agility is because of Wedge's ability to take away a defensive die from a defender. Now Erik is up. Now he has got a couple of nice shots coming up. We'll see if Wedge ends up surviving. By the way, today's stream is brought to you by the Galactic Championship Series. This weekend, we bring you 6 rounds and a cut on Sunday. Well, Sunday-ish. It's more like Saturday night / Sunday morning of the Best Spin qualifier. But we have a bunch of other qualifiers happening in different time zones. Go to goldsquadronpodcast.com. See when you can participate. 2 hits and a blank. This is through the cloud. We'll see if Wedge can hold it. You can see that fire convergence is not on. Oh, the worst roll, but having a focus saves the damage.
Saves him for now. Oh, yeah. And Erik is licking his lips here, ready to fire off his other 2 attacks on Wedge. Now he's down to just 2 health.
Only 1 hit on this one. Gonna squiggle out of it. There's a couple. This is, I believe, the last chance to get Wedge. Will Wedge get out of this cleanly? Range 3 out. Excuse me. 3 dice out the back. Ooh. Only a single hit, and that's going to be fine. The Loyalist. Okay, Loyalist also has a shot, but it is through a gas cloud.
To the clown. So you guys having an evade token on 5 dice. And single here. Yeah,
not today.
All right, the 2/12. Tough choices here.
I like the choice of Jan.
I mean, you can't hit the evaded A-Wings. No.
Mm-hmm. One hit, one focus.
Hopefully Jan just has to spend her focus. She doesn't need to, though.
All right, so that turn definitely swings a little bit towards Matt. Wedge not taking any additional damage, even though being in 3 attack arcs, and only the damage from the bomb. Pretty good, some would say.
Yeah, that's going to carry Matt through the mid game here. If that ship was just handled, he could turn in on either these A-Wings, which I'm contemplating that. I think he is, but for doing so, he'll be punished by Wedge getting behind now.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Now that because Wedge got to live, you actually are able to set up the flank with Wedge.
Yeah, but flanking ships that have front and back arcs isn't really a flank, is it? So we'll see. There's also bombs to contend with. This is why I was very we've seen variations of the just basically generic Republic beef. Normally we see like Warthog with maybe 3 lats, or excuse me, what did I just say? Warthog, who is a lat with 3 arcs. But this one ditches some of those extra upgrades and gets these bombed out volunteers. I mean, the getting behind them means nothing. 3 of them have rear arcs, and the other 2 have 4 bombs they can drop. So very hard to approach these guys. And Matt basically just jousted here, but he's given the illusion that he's coming on 2 sides, but he got caught. Now, luckily, Wedge wasn't punished for it.
With Wedge and Jan on the other side, one thing that it does do is it causes Erik, even though you're right, you can't. When I was talking about the flank, it wasn't so much like, oh, you can't shoot somebody on the flank, but it does cause attention and the potential of Erik to split his ships up. And I guess here's a question for you, Will, is splitting up the squad half and half, does that help Matt more or does that help Erik?
I don't think you should split up the squad. Because you have bombs, you got to be able to keep those approaches. But even if the A-Wings, Ahsoka and Hera, can slip out of there like 5 forward or do something nuts, I think it's still a good position to turn in on them and get behind those guys. So he basically can't do anything about Wedge and Jan. Just hopefully the V-Wing doesn't get murdered out there by Jan. And what's the rise? Yeah, I'm expecting a boost into range 1 for Jan. And try to kill that 2 health V-Wing before it can drop any more bombs.
All right, here's the 212th Battalion doing a 3 bank, getting into the face of those A-Wings, potentially trying to get a block.
Trying to pin these 2 guys down here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, this is trouble for the A-Wings.
They would have had to bail out pretty hard through the gas cloud, or potentially with Hera, who's in the green colored A-Wing, maybe doing something like a hard 1 and boosting around. But this is a good move by Erik. He's coming in close, trying to get a block, force some of those, at least one of those A-Wings to be in the Lat's arc and activating some of that fire conversions for the incoming, what I would assume, those Arc 170s swinging in here in a minute.
Oh yeah. There's actually some good. Ooh, got a bump there. I was gonna say some good blockers to have in front of your heavy guns here, and that one made it. All right. Now sometimes when you're in medium base, you just gotta bail in and take up space. But I think you're right though. What he wasn't able to block was Ahsoka's 5 forward and Hera's out. So hard to say. See how Matt called it.
All right, we're scooping up a target lock with the injured V-Wing pilot. And reaching out there for Jan. That does potentially set up some synchronized council. Watch out for that. And here is Wedge, range 1, ready to pop that V-Wing. Remember, Wedge here in the A-Wing is initiative 4, with the V-Wing being at initiative 2. You have a potential for an initiative kill. Jan, 1 forward, not a problem with the obstacle there. Just hanging out, ready to give Wedge that additional die. And
yeah, she knows her targets. The lat's 2 shields and a damage down. You got to take one of these ships off the board. Hopefully Wedge can handle the loyalists. So I think you got to go for that battalion. Get that lat out of there.
Now, you see he's debating putting the lock on one of the ARC 170s. I wonder if that's a little bit of a telegraph, him telling us that he's anticipating at least one of his ships not being able to shoot the lat. So he wants to focus fire into only one of them because of a bump. And
ooh.
There's Ahsoka bumping.
Ahsoka, just a 3 straight. Gets blocked there.
2 straight for Hera. Has some choices to make. Taking an evade.
No. Try to stay alive is the choice. That's an amazing kill box. Oh no, A-Wings.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have, you got Synchronized Council being passed by the V-Wing. You got Fire Convergence from the 212th. You have the yellow there with the focus, so he'll have double modifiers. The Ark's going to have a modifier at least. This is bad times. Now, Hera didn't even take the focus token to bullseye this V-Wing either.
Mm-hmm. And that's the question is, will Hera survive through this? And if she doesn't, she's probably going to be off the board without firing her proton rocket, which is massive.
Oh, yeah, I'm very surprised he didn't take a focus there.
There is the trail mix and is going to push a single damage through. There's a shield on the red ARC 170. Ahsoka, same target, range 1, 3 dice. 2 is out there. You know you're getting at least one of the shields. Maybe you'll get both. And yes.
So I think we got Jan shooting as well. But I think the evade from Ahsoka or from Hera might be just to try to save Ahsoka. Make sure that one of them survives.
Mm-hmm. Here's Jan firing on that same target. Spends the lock. Oh.
No, she shot at red, even though she locked yellow.
And here's Wedge, range 1. I'm assuming we're getting the ability.
Yeah, juice him up. Get that V-Wing out of there.
He's maybe debating on his maneuvers that he has next turn in order to clear stress. I think you do it. Yep, and there it is. Yeah. Jan's ability, the ability to take a stress and add an attack die to a friendly ship's roll. And that's a good roll. 3 hits.
2 agility here because of Wedge's ability.
1 blank kills him, and he's gone.
Out of there. All right. It's 1 last shot on the A-Wings. And 2 bombs Wedge doesn't have to deal with next round.
Mm-hmm. Then the other bombs on the other V-Wing are in the way of the ARC 170s, so potentially you're not going to see those drop next turn anyway. But this is where I'm sure Erik is licking his lips. He's got an opportunity to pop Hera off right here.
Yeah, you got to start with Hera first. You got the loyalists here, so you can strip the evade potentially and then pass your lock to the red ARC.
Remember, the Fire Convergence is active. 2 hits. Yep. Excuse me, 1 hit, 2 eyeballs.
Uses the Fire Convergence.
And doesn't get anything there.
Oh, Hera.
Hera doesn't either.
Yep. Yeah, she's trying to save Ahsoka here. She's gonna take it. Because the problem is if you get 1-hitted, Ahsoka could go down in flames as well. So we have Synchronized Council here. Don't normally see it, so read it out. After you perform an attack, you may choose a friendly ship at range 1 with or a friendly ship with the Synchronized Council at range 3. The ARC here does not have the synchronized console, so it's looking for range 1. You spend your lock because you didn't on the attack, and then they get to acquire a lock on the attacker. It's a nice supportability. He also had Besh, but neither one of those matters because he had the rerolls from Fire Convergence.
And here is that battalion actually able to get a mod here and could spend the focus for 3 and does. Oh, Hera Natty's out.
All right. Hera showing her what this is about. So now also the 104th has synchronized console, so he hasn't needed it. Those rerolls yet. He just keeps moving it down the line.
He's going to go ahead and pass it to the next ship.
Yep, gives it to assuming red because it'll need the most mods.
Well, Synchronizer, he could not do it to red because he's at range 0.
Oh, good call. Good call. Range 1. Well, he's got another fire conversions charge. Yeah. We're starting off with yellow here. Sees if he can strip that Vade token.
Hit crit. Target lock. Got a focus. Spends for 3. And evade for 3.
Wow. Hera!
Hera's only got to survive 1 more shot.
Yeah, and this is just with 2 rerolls with the fire convergence. No other mods.
Hey, Will, you coming in as Robo Will. If you could bounce out and back in.
What?
Range 1, hit crit. And 3, hit it crit. That was with the fire convergence. And will take hit crit. Does she survive? She doesn't. It's a direct hit. Direct hit. Hera goes down. That is absolutely massive.
Yeah. I mean, she added out of one of the attacks, so
yeah.
The luck comes back around on her. Oh, man.
Whoa. That was weird. Okay. Alrighty. I bet on Matt but that is justice. I mean, I agree. There was definitely Hera should have died, right? And the fact that it looked like it was going to her not dying was very surprising. And we
are USBs, and hopefully that will be better. Am I sounding okay now?
You sound much better.
All right. So, Hera traded for essentially just that V-wing.
Yep. Hera for a V-wing. I mean, obviously Hera is an extremely valuable piece strategically. Very, very good value for the points. Right now, 33 to 65. Erik is ahead, and I knew this was one that on our podcast on Monday night we were talking about it, and we were feeling pretty confident for Matt, and it looks like Erik is coming back with a vengeance a little bit.
He caught Matt there. The Ahsoka hanging back a little bit to try to get a shot, and Ahsoka getting pinned in there as well. It was just a great kill box. Like I said, like I was saying before, like wedge surviving is going to be great for the mid game here, but we'll see how Erik responds.
Now,
he's dropping thermal. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, he's hoping to catch catch Ahsoka for sure. Now, Ahsoka is still a very valuable piece. You still got to proc it out there. And one of the things working to Matt's advantage that he's going to have to press here is the fact that the LAT and both ARC 170s are only 1 agility ships. So he can push through damage at a faster rate than Erik can. But if Erik can catch Wedge, Jan, or Ahsoka the way they did, he's done already, create that kind of kill box, Matt's not going to be not going to be very long for this world.
Yeah, I agree here. Picking up a lock. I just have that synchronized console himself, so saving it for later. You're 1 agility. Don't be taking focuses. Take locks.
And he's leaning into the focus.
That one is because he's got rerolls from the hopefully fire convergence.
Mm-hmm. And flips there and getting aggressive.
I'm surprised here.
Well, he's got a target lock out there somewhere, doesn't he?
No, he used it when he shot the lap.
Well, Ahsoka is going to have to contend with the thermal detonators sitting right in front of him. And you can see Wedge came in as well, and that thermal is going to hit both of his A-wings. If the A-wings go down, I mean, that is the game. That is the offensive output. So we'll see what he has here.
Ended up a strain. The eyeball.
And here is Wedge, and also strained. It's going to be a damage on the next one. That's going to be on the 104th.
This one hits all 3 as well.
Here's Ahsoka. Ahsoka takes a damage. Wedgelet, just barely in range as well, takes another strain, setting up a potential kill shot with 2 turns of minus agility. The Republic says, I'm the Wedge now. And another damage for that 104th. Down to 4 health. There is a potential for it to be initiative killed. And if I'm Matt, you are banking on it. You are hoping.
Yeah, that's Matt's opening here. That's his comeback. I'll see if Ahsoka's got the bullseye or not. No.
No bullseye.
Just the range too. Probably gonna say for force for defense here.
1 hit only.
Doesn't have a choice.
And that's gonna be a damage. Down to 3. Jan might be able to reach with her side arc. Does. Again, took a target lock earlier on the yellow one, but I think you got to keep going into the red 104th.
Everything you got.
Another single hit. Evaded.
All right, that's down to Wedge. She would need a full string here with a juiced up shot from Hera.
No agility for the 104th. 3 health left. Not going to be enough.
Not today. Not even worth spending his focus on.
I don't think so either. Not especially with taking 2 strain shots.
Shoots with the lat here first. I don't think that's the right call because one of those strains gonna get canceled out by the range bonus.
One hit. This would be a 2 on 3 because of the strain. And avoids the first shot. This is going to be a 2 on 2. No mods on this ARC 170. Oh, might be lucking out here. There's not a lock out there, but there is the fire convergence, and there's 1 hit. Evaded. Wedge is going to be getting away with this, and the yellow Arc 170 gonna take a shot at Ahsoka. No, deciding to go instead into Jan. Why do you think that is?
She's just helping out those A-Wings now. She's in that perfect pivot spot. And it's probably the direction that Yellow's going to turn in towards Jan. So I might as well start working on her.
There's the first shield.
There we go. There you go. Yeah, the Arcs are running out of room here. The Lance got to make a decision going into the corner or not. V-Wings only have hard 2 blues, but is stuck taking that hard turn left if he wants to avoid his own bombs and not get hunted down from this Ahsoka.
I mean, where is Ahsoka going to go? I mean, you know that if the V-Wing drops the bombs here, both of them, at least a 2 straight one is going to be in range for Ahsoka with any stress relieving move, unless you do something like a hard 2 barrel roll away. And what do we think is going to happen here?
Yeah, Ahsoka did. She K-turned to stay in the fight, but she's not going to pursue these guys. They have rear arcs and bombs. She's got to turn in, go help out Jan. Hopefully that 104th Battalion turns in on Jan, and both of these A-Wings can converge on a hard 1 from Wedge, and then maybe a hard 2 boost barrel roll from Ahsoka. And then they can go 3-on-1 on the Yellow Arc. Now we'll see. Erik might know this and have to turn his arc back into the inside. Following the ladder round. We'll see. He's got limited options here.
We have 38 minutes left on the clock. I want to remind you that Friday night we will be coming to you live. Well, Friday night in Chicago, we'll be coming live to you with the beginning of the Bespin Galactic Championship qualifier. It is the Australian-based event, or that qualifier, which is why it starts at what would be for those of us in the U.S. kind of at an odd time. So if you're planning on participate, make sure you complete your registration as soon as you can. If you have any questions, go ahead, shoot me an email. We'll help you out, or put posts on the Discord. There's a lot of people who have done it already. And here we go. We are in the system phase. There's the 2 straight. There's the bomb. Thank you to King of Schwing.
He'll get his 2-year badge. Thanks.
Woo woo. 24 months.
Woo.
And looks like the V-Wing is only going to use a 2 straight. Smart move. Arc 170 turning in on Jan, trying to set up that range 1. And remember, that Hawk 170 does have boost. So I'm not sure if he was able to be able to get rid of the stress and boost this turn, but is a potential option maybe later in the game. Here is the V-Wing setting up a target lock. We got some synchronized council shenanigans. Did I just say Hawk 170? Sorry.
170.
Did I say 170? Isn't it?
It's
Hawk 290. There you go.
290. 170 is the arc.
There you go.
Close. There is a lot of numbers on this board between the 212th, the 104th, the arc 70, it's 290.
I'm sure somebody's done a kit bash of those 2 ships. Like, it has to exist. And it looks like we're getting a barrel roll.
There it is. So one of the advantages here to Erik's squad is they're all initiative 2. Makes it super easy to fly these medium bases around and not run into each other. We got the LAT opening up that side arc now, protecting the loyalists here. But the 104th did go in towards Jan, and she's getting out of there, utilizing that engine upgrade to keep her unstressed.
That's right. White boost is good.
Hawk didn't have a good action bar before. Matt Cary made it even better.
Ahsoka says, "I don't even care. I don't care about this bomb. 2 straight relieves the stress. I mean, you could focus boost or lock boost on the volunteer and probably have the bullseye."
I think he's thinking about. I mean, you just barrel roll and do it.
Oh, that too. You're right.
Because he's got instinctive aim, which allows him to spend a force to ignore the requirement of that proton rocket.
I think the question is, if you barrel roll, you know, you have, what is that? 3 health left on the Arc 170, I guess. Or do you want to use it to try to push through damage on the Loyalist Volunteer? And there's a target lock. Set it up on the Loyalist Volunteer, and there's the boost.
Gets into range too. Man, so you're getting real mad about those bombs.
So
she can lose a shield. So any crits or anything won't matter.
There's a shield.
This actually might be a good spot for her to punish.
Would only be taking 2 shots. Fire convergence is on, and here is the Loyalist. Excuse me. Here's the Jan Ors taking a shot at the Arc 170. It's gonna spend the focus for 2. Yes, getting offensive there.
Yeah, but he was strained, so no defense available. He's not going to have any defense for Wedge either. These arcs are just punching bags. Here we go. Instinctive aim for the force and a proton rocket with a target lock and 2 force behind her. This is the time for Matt to turn it around.
And here's the 5 dice shot. Has a target lock out there and has 2 force available. He's going to think about his resources. Will he roll both of them?
I think you re-roll both. Oh, no, he's committing. Choose violence.
All right, blank to blank. Going to spend the force for 4 hits going into the Loyalist Volunteer. By the way, no defensive tokens there. And going to be taking 2 on the green V-Wing. Shields are down. That's half points.
Okay, is it up to a 3 dice wedge to kill off the Volunteer, or is it more important to start working on the lamp? I think you got to go for the Volunteer. Just get these ships off the board. You
would have a 3 dice shot with a focus there with Jan.
Mm-hmm.
And that one still has bombs, I believe, so you want to get rid of that threat if you can.
Yeah. It's got 1 sitting there. Well, now it's coming in for blocks, too. So, yeah. Got to go for it.
Alan Barrow, thank you so much for the sub. And here we go. We got a range 2 shot. Wedge, 3-on-2. Was mediocre last time and got 2 crits this time.
All right, shields down.
1 crit. And that is a stunned pilot. Probably not going to end up triggering, but it has a possibility there. All right, with no ships removed from the table that turn, Erik gets to respond. First shot going into Jan. Spends for 2. Blank out from Jan.
Yep, she lost a shield earlier, so that crit is going through. A weapons failure. That's a 1. Oh, man, that's a 1st edition side arc from Jan Ors. Look out. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. All right, is gas cloud obstructed onto Ahsoka?
It is. I'm sure Ahsoka's happy about that. Just barely obstructed. Hit crit, though. Spitting some fire from the arc. And the gas cloud will save the day. You know, there's a joke in there about Jan, something about like being able to save others but not able to save herself.
Exactly. All right, tough choices here. Watch to us that focus, but you don't have a follow-up. Yeah, just going to Hera, or excuse me, Ahsoka. Try to burn down that last force, if anything.
1 hit.
Debating if he wants to use the lock or share it to somebody else. I think with 3 agility or 4 agility at range 3, yeah, not worth spending it.
So
Seems he's gonna pass it off to somebody. I mean, you can't really pass it off to the Loyalist Volunteer. They're about to die. They got 1 health.
Now that Loyalist Volunteer, he's going to try, though. He's going to get in the way quickly.
Yeah, right. So their red banks are actually, their 1 banks are actually red.
Ooh.
So they're flying like an interceptor here. We're talking speed 2 maneuvers. Does have a white hard one, but is currently stressed. So that would be a big brain block, though, if the hard one catches both of the A-wings.
For anybody just tuning in, you are watching the XTC on GSP, the X-Wing Team Championships on Gold Squadron. We have Team USA versus Team Sweden right now. This is their 3rd game so far in the series. US up 2-0. Games got played earlier in the day. Will winning his first matchup, and Steve Cotillo just barely winning. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Steve won by a single point.
Yeah, it was a single-digit win, correct. I forget the exact amount now, but very, very close, yes.
And there's the 2 hard. Getting in the way, setting up a bomb drop, even if the A-Wings are not able to shoot. But Matt's been getting blocked quite a few times this game. We'll see if Erik still has a beat on Matt. We'll see if the ARC 170 rotates. Nope, going to keep it to the side, grabbing the focus, anticipating Ahsoka coming in. That red 104th, though, might be giving up the ghost. Not really defending, wedge bumping, but I think it's safe, right?
Yeah, he's not in any arc. Nope. He's got an easy shot onto red here. Let's see if Ahsoka goes the same way.
Now, Janors did go 3 straight.
Yeah, 2 straight boosts from her. And, yep, there's Ahsoka. So if they can take down this, what is it, 3 health now?
3 health, yes.
Battalion. So debating here, giving Wedge in action. Could give him Chuggerlock or something.
Ahsoka's ability, after you fully execute a maneuver, you may choose a friendly ship at range 1 to 2, spend 2 force. That ship may perform an action even while stressed. Decides to just go ahead and take an evade on Ahsoka, realizing Ahsoka is his endgame ship at this point with Hera down.
Can't risk another damage. Jenner's finally spending that lock.
And there's 1 hit out there. Holds onto the focus. And, yep, the weapons failure.
Weapons failure. Shoot your single die, Hawk. Oh, that brings back some terrible memories.
I'm the 1 die attack ship, and there's 1 hit.
All right.
Now, a quick reminder, per XTC rules, we cannot interfere in the game, but we can notify a judge if something happens, though the timing on that is kind of strange. Remember, this is not a GSP event. We are simply observing. Hit crit, though, from Ahsoka. Big swing. Bada swing, and out of the park. The 104th is down. Matt starting to close the gap. 92 to 124. Wedge has a shot.
All right, see if he can have that lat. Get up on points. 2 damage will do it.
There's 1. It's a crit. I believe the hole is exposed. So this is a crit. And what does it get? Oh, a hole breach.
Oh, you spoke it into existence. That hole is very much exposed now.
And now the ARC 170, the last 3 attack die ship for Erik, taking a shot here at Jan, trying to get this support Hawk down. Got a couple crits out there. Rolls. Natty's out.
Yep, able to save the focus. She's been dragging around with her, utilizing the Moldy Crow title.
We got a range 2 shot from the 104th into Ahsoka. Ahsoka did take an evade. Averages say that she's fine, and a force and an evade means no damage. So Matt at this point probably starting to feel good. Still has some mountain to climb. Can't play sloppy, but I feel like it's starting to swing in his favor just a little bit.
No, he's making it a game. He's making it a game. As long as Jan's in trouble though. She's been running from this arc for a bit now, and already starting to feel that pressure. The Loyalist Volunteer is going to come in, I assume, and help Jan as well. Mm-hmm. But that might leave the LAT exposed to these A-Wings.
Yep, and that LAT is the most expensive ship in Erik's list. So if that goes down, that's going to be a pretty big chunk of points given up there.
Yeah, what's it at? What's the total points in the LAT right now?
Total.
What's its worth?
It's worth 50 points.
Okay, so you pick up 25 for just one more damage to have it there. Let's see if I mean, there's a lot of things.
And the Arc 170 hits on the gas. Focus token, trying to get Jan off the board. Jan's only at 2 health. And the Loyalist Volunteer not going after Jan, actually. Going to go ahead and turn into Ahsoka with support from the LAT.
He's going to fix that whole breach. Makes sense. This is the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Sloop-a-doop there from Wedge. Arc dodging the Loyalist.
Still taking a range 1, though, from the LAT.
Matt pulling out all the stops here. White boost behind the gas cloud. Just going to save Jan from that attack this round.
Will Ahsoka use her ability here to give Wedge a... yes! What action is it going to give her?
Right.
Barrel roll?
She should only... Did he only have 1 left? I thought he spent it on defense, his last remaining 1.
No, he had 2 last turn, spent back up to 2.
Okay.
Giving Wedge an action... Oh,
is it going to be barrel roll?
Wrong ship.
Oh.
Yep. Barrel roll gets Wedge completely out of the LAT's arc, keeping him safe from danger. A range 1 shot, and now Ahsoka's perform action step is up.
Yeah. Yep. Evade boost. He only got 1 unmodified dice. Well, he does have the target lock, but he's got just the lock here on 2 dice, and that evade could keep her alive.
Looks like we're getting you're getting jammed, Will, again.
Oh man.
Alrighty, I'll carry the boat. And here with range 3 shot through the cloud, unlikely to do any damage here. This is just the cloud. Never mind. I was about to be very surprised. Here's Wedge, range 1. You guys didn't hear the weird interference on Will's voice? Is it really just on my side? 2 hits. And both of those... All right, just on me. Well, 2 of those damage do go into the LAT, and we got half points there. I'll let Will know that it's just on my side. I'll deal with the Will. Apparently, it's just on my side, Will.
That's okay. I'm giving her. I turned down my stream quality so to watch on tabletop better, I guess. Giving her full power. All right, this is the shot here. See if the battalion needs to do anything with that evade token. That is 2.
And 1 squiggle spends the evade token and avoids a damage. Evades are good. Did you know?
Well, I was going to say 3 agility with an evade against a 2 attack is pretty good. Yeah, the math is not in your favor there. You should roll 1 evade on 3 dice, so the 2 attack dice don't mean anything. So yeah, if you're taking just a single shot, evade seems really good.
And with 20 minutes left, Matt has closed the gap, 117 to 124. Now, Jan has done a great job of I don't know, has it been distracting the ARC 170? Because that is the biggest hitter that that's left in Erik's squad, and these A-wings have been picking away at the lat and giving the V-wing some trouble as well.
Yeah, I expected the rest of the A-wings to converge on that ARC to get it off of Jan, but they've stayed and helped against basically the hurt lat up at the top, finish off the other arc as well. So we'll see if that is going to be a good strategy. Oh, I'm getting distracted by... I mean, Jan just stomps right here, right?
Mm-hmm. I like it. I mean, she has... it's a good position. We have that defensive position from the cloud, and potentially you might be able to start getting shots on the flank of the ARC 170 if he ends up turning hard.
Yeah, right. Like if he overcommits.
Mm-hmm.
He's at an odd angle though. The one bank might be just the way to do it, but then you could let Jan go if she 3-4 boosts. You know. We'll find out. Bomb coming down.
All right, we will see. And looks like that loyalist volunteer is going to drop a thermal detonator, anticipating trying to catch Wedge. Could potentially end up blocking Wedge with the 212th if he chooses to stop there. I mean, that'd be pretty gutsy. And the ARC 170 going fast here, committing pretty aggressive with a hard 2.
Mm-hmm. This is he had to call Jan running. We'll see how Jan's gonna play it. Actually, the one forward might just still be out of arc. See if Matt hadn't recognized it.
Like, I really feel like all 3 of these ships are gunning for Jan right now.
No, it makes sense. Take her off the board.
And Wedge hitting the gas, gets blocked onto the bomb, like we said. Potentially, different than what I thought. But Jan stops, avoiding a couple shots.
Nice, nice.
And Ahsoka getting around as well. Now, Matt needs to do some damage here. And let's see, Wedge is still at currently 2 health. Just don't want to roll a crit.
Yeah, crit's bad. But still gonna be fine though. There's no shots coming back in on him. There is just a strain, not a big deal.
Yep, not a big deal, especially that he can just clear it next turn. And that's a damage on the lat. That is a big deal. He's going down to 3 only now.
Yeah, that's at least 3 damage that Erik has taken with just his own bombs. I think it's starting to make the difference now in the damage race.
Jan
got an unobstructed there.
1 hit. Squiggle out.
This is another opportunity for Matt to score points. 2 more. Oh, no, you need 3 more. Not going to happen unless Jan helps out. And she did not. So one last shield gone on yellow arc. I think that goes down to the lat.
Yep. You can see that the ARC 170 didn't have a shot, neither did the V-Wing. The lat has that range 3 shot into Jan, and I don't think Jan has any tokens.
Nope. Had to spend the last one with the gas cloud.
This is natties on natties, 2 on 3. And takes a damage. Jan down to 1. Now, we'll see what she chooses to do. Remember, weapons failure can be cleared with an action, but depending on the positioning of Wedge and Jan, we'll see where the priority of action economy ends up being. Ahsoka kind of far out right now. Matt not ahead at the moment, 117 to 124. He's got to keep his foot on the gas.
Yeah, this puts Jan in a very interesting decision. Lois Volunteer had survived when he took that lock on her a long time ago. Has just been waiting to come back and finish her off. Now that can you pull up the ARC's dial? I want everyone to see how bad it is. That possibility.
The ARC.
Remember the. Go on.
No, yeah. So the ARC 170. I don't have it activated to show right now. There it is. There's the ARC 170 dial. You can see it right there on the board. So
yeah, so they have that red reinforced, very good on a 10 health, 1 agility ship, but their green maneuvers to clear it are just 1 and 2 forward. So he has a big decision here of doing those stress clearing maneuvers or turning in to help with that fire convergence.
now the 1 forward might be enough. If you just keep that side arc on target. All right, went for the turn in here. Get some blocks. Now a 1 bank could set up a Moldy Crow front arc shot for Jan, which I don't think we've seen this turn.
Nope. See, is he gonna take another reinforce? Just thinking about it. I'm gonna go full offense here.
And goes for 2 bank. I like this. There was no way to block that without staying stressed on the lat and turning the arcs the opposite way. So right now, kind of giving Erik a bit of a choice and an opportunity, to be completely honest. You could clear both Wedge and Jan off the board this turn. Debating Wedge's action. Gonna go for
barrel roll out of the Lats arc.
Are we gonna get a barrel roll boost with A-wing ability? No.
No, I think he's trying to get out of the Lats arc and behind the cloud of, that's a asteroid for Jam. Interesting though, doesn't take the token. Jan ran into the arc, saves her a shot at least. When he can shoot a 2 dice, Moldy Crow.
The Ahsoka has a shot from downtown into the lat. Unlikely to do any damage here. This is 2 on 3 with a cloud effect. Only 1 hit. Nope. Jan's up.
Gotta go onto the lat. Can't shoot that 3 agility ship.
Yeah, if you want a chance to actually do any damage, I do agree.
I mean, unless he barreled Wedge to shoot at that V-wing and try to take it off the board, it only has 1 health. So maybe
This
you
is
do
true.
just try to strip the focus. Okay, I see the plan now. The barrel didn't make any sense, but if you can try to clear the V-wing off the board.
And got a crit. No tokens to speak of. Oh, got the squiggle. Here's Wedge trying to finish it off. This is going to be a 3 on 2.
Jan Orr is going to juice it up. Juice it up, Jan.
No mods in sight.
I'm surprised. Jan was stressed. Oh, because hard-toed. Hard-toed, yeah. Didn't clear the stress. Wouldn't have helped anyways, I don't think.
Only 1 hit. Nope, sorry.
I was going to say, he's got Besh and a lock, so it should be 2. Yep.
Natties.
All right, Jam. All right.
Jan's got to survive 1 more.
I don't know what's happening here. Oh, that's range 3 synchronized console activation here.
Mm-hmm. There's a lock out there. The LAT could be the hero. 2 dice, looking like a hero. Got a natty out. Not going to happen. Jan goes down. 10 minutes left on the clock.
There's a focused shot potentially with fire convergence from this arc as well. You take out Wedge. That's GG right there.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the arc. He didn't get fully out.
He did
Two
not.
dice with reroll
And a focus.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be hit crit. Wedge is only 1. Wedge goes down. That is probably the game right there. Ahsoka's going to try.
No, he had a 2 hull remaining.
Oh, he had 2 hull remaining.
Crit.
I had that wrong on our side. Sorry about that. No, sorry, I was thinking about it incorrectly. So down to 1.
Yeah, thinking about the viewing. But that's a disabled power regulator, which has 1 more dial before his ship will be ionized and then forced to do a 1 forward.
It's better than dead.
All right, so what's the end game here? He has to probably have the battalion, or I keep saying battalion, but they're both battalion, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Have the arc and kill the LAT to get up on points. Because finishing off the LAT won't do it. He's got to find the V-Wing as well. Needs 2 sets of points then. That's going to be tough here. With just 8 minutes remaining.
All right, going to go ahead and bank to the left using the side arc. And it looks like these Republic ships converging on the bottom corner of the board right now. Taking the reinforced to protect the health on the LAT. Does have 3 health left. Same thing with the Loyalist.
Yeah, I think they're getting prepared for this. Bulgar called it out in our chat. The 5 forward through that gas cloud from Ahsoka. Like, get in there. You have to shoot whatever it takes.
Takes a focus. Are we going to get focus boost potentially?
It's considering that.
No, you can't. Sorry, he can't. The disabled power regulator. Yeah, he just took the focus.
Well, no, he's not ionized yet.
Oh, true.
He just has the crit on him. He engaged after before he got that crit rather. So the reinforced, they're not going to be able to get the kill on this LAT unless he gets into range 1. He's going for the barrel roll.
Barrel
Interesting.
roll. Boost.
Well, Ahsoka could give him a boost. Or actions after he boosts, rather. So that hopefully will get him range 1. Oh, she avoids the gas cloud.
Is she in range? It has to be range 1 to 2.
Give him that. Target lock.
He's taking a focus.
That's fair.
Ahsoka's action, probably a boost to shoot as well. Or target lock boost. Ooh.
Yeah, target lock.
That was risky, though. That target lock barely made it, and there's the vector thrusters.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is all in. You got to get at least 1 through against the 2 agility for the lamp.
Hit crit.
92. Best you can do.
All right, crit's going in.
Mm-hmm. Reinforce can't stop that. Always cancels down to a minimum of 1.
Damn it, sensor array.
Yeah, there's the reinforce gone for a round. See Wedge get the range 1. No, it's range 2 bullseye. I won't have the dice to kill the lat. You're gonna need a crit here. That's why I wanted the target lock. Roll for the crits. And Lad Natty's the evade on the one hit.
Ooh.
All right, that's fair. See if the Ark has that tail gunner.
And you see that the Loyalist doesn't have any shots. The back arc on the Ark should be out.
Virgo Ion, let him know.
Yes, Wedge does reduce greens. You are correct. I can't stop the game, though.
Nope, that's
The XTC rules say I can't do anything. Judge.
Yeah. That's Matt. Matt should know. As he evades out of it. Matt should know that.
Marcel
That shit's
can.
called
Marcel
fudge.
can do what? What can Marcel do? I can't do anything.
I mean, we just scream judge. We just put. All right, so I'll try to do it between rounds. Where's the? Who's question?
Yeah, reinforce doesn't work against just one hit.
I'll try to let him know.
So the lat should be at 1 health potentially.
I mean, that's not. Oh, hold on. Before I do any other investigating, Wedge is not a May, correct?
Or maybe he did draw the card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, he drew the card. He drew the card.
Oh,
that's
okay.
1 damage.
Well,
so no worries.
Okay. The roll is very deceiving. Very deceptive.
All right, lat bumps. Focus down for the Loyalist. Takes a focus on Wedge. Might be too little, too late. Ahsoka coming in. Would need. I mean, I don't think he's got the tools. How does he? He is 37 points. You take out
He's got to kill the volunteer and the lat this round.
Both. He's got to take them out both and not take any other damage.
Well, if he kills those, he won't. He's not in the arc. So I mean, he needs 2 hits here versus a double blank.
Oh, want to buy a target lock? There it is. 2 hits. 3 agility. It
Double
goes through.
Blank? Double blank.
That's step 1. Step 1. 133 to 154. Wedge has been offensively deficient this game.
Right.
Can he finish it?
What's the card count on that? He just
needs 1.
He just needs 1.
He got it.
Is that dead?
He's dead.
Reinforce can't. Is no reinforce, no nothing like that, right?
No shenanigans. I think the lat is done. It's a comeback.
The lat is gone. Wedge.
Is he out of arc? He's still got 1 minute and 19 seconds left. Now, Erik has got to get some shots on. You got to go for Wedge. Matt has got to not let him shoot at Wedge.
Yeah, anything you can do. You got to run into him with Wedge.
I mean, yeah, that's it. I'm a blocker. Block myself.
Yeah, there's 54 seconds left, so that's last round for sure. Call the maneuver, Dion.
Is it just a 2 straight for Wedge, right? No, 2 bank. 2 bank to the left. 2 bank to the left.
What do you think what do you think the arc is doing to run into him?
He doesn't want to run into him, right?
Is he
just going to 4K? Yeah. Also, then Matney would need to do... Oh, my God. You know what? No,
hard three towards him.
Hard three to the right with Wedge. Get out. Ahsoka goes forward. Yeets him. Does she have 2 force? Give him an evade, and it's game over.
Yeah, yeet him. Yeet him the token.
Ahsoka's like, I'm the Hera now.
I'm the Hera. Yeah, so full bail is what you're saying. Just
just get out. Get out of town. There's the 4K. Wedge is going to be able to get out. Barrel roll.
Yeah, easy barrel roll.
Don't, Matt, don't, Matt.
Move.
Matt,
Don't
what are you
move.
doing? Do not choose violence. What are you doing?
I think he's calling out. He says, I'm not on your front arc. All right, choose the violence.
I think he is in the front. Ah!
Choose the violence. Sogan's leaving. No help to give.
Oh my.
Matt,
Oh
call
my.
on that front arc.
Just barrel you. Oh my god. If he range one.
right.
3 hits from Wedge.
Hits.
Pop, pop, pop.
That's half.
That's half points. That's half points.
All right, he tries to get command lead, and the arc's out. That's game.
That's game. Team USA
Wow.
going 3-0 right there. Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, and Row 6, our Grand Admiral patrons, and all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members. Thank you so much for your support. Gold Squadron out.